Welcome to Autism in Black Live. We are rooted in advocacy, not fear, rooted in truth, not stigma. Here, we center Black autistic voices, uplift Black families, and build spaces that are affirming, unapologetic, and full of joy. Whether you are a parent, professional, or autistic adult, this is your space. Together, we break down barriers and build up community. So grab your seat at the table. We're just getting started. Welcome, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am Maria Davis Pierre, CEO and founder of Autism in Black, here with my lovely husband.
What's going on, AIB community? You're truly Dr. Barry P.L., co-founder of Autism in Black.
Yes, and we are back with another episode of the Vision to Venue series. If this is your first time catching us, this series gives a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes as we take our vision and bring it to venue for our 6th annual Autism in Black conference happening April 17th through the 19th here in West Palm Beach, Florida, or virtually from the comfort of wherever you want to be. You can go to that website, scrolling across to check out tickets and secure your ticket seat for this year's conference. Before we
If you're watching this live, you can actually just hit the comment, the word conference, right? And we'll send the link to you, right? So, if you and if you're watching this live, in the comments, hit the word live. I want you to see the word live. And then type the word conference and then get this link sent directly to you. It'll save you the trouble.
And with that, I'm going to throw it to Dr. Barry so he could talk about our YouTube channel and give an update on where we are.
Very, very excited about the YouTube channel. Again, if this is your first time catching any of our live series, first of all, again, hit the word comment the word first time. What we have been doing and promoting during this series, because this is not live, we put all of our episodes on the YouTube channel, the official Autism in Black YouTube channel. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. We got a goal to try to get to 1,000 subscribers by the time this series is over. Y'all have been absolutely phenomenal right now. We are at 621 subscribers. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all who've been liking, subscribing. Make sure you leave a comment on because a lot of y'all are like subscribing and then kind of
which we appreciate.
Subscribe, but leave a comment too, right? Because YouTube likes when y'all leave a comment. So leave a comment, say, hey, I'm here, right? I'm here, right? And this really just kind of goes right into today's conversation. Today is Thursday, Marketing Thursdays. And this is a conversation that I get excited for. For those who may not know, when I take off the doctor hat in my day job for Autism in Black, I am the COO, Chief Operating Officer, Operations Officer, as well as our Chief Digital Physical. I just do marketing. I do marketing for everything Autism Black. So if you have stumbled across one of our ads, I did the ads. If you stumbled across one of the ads on Instagram, if you did a Google search and we popped up, I'm the reason why. And because you're watching this, now you're going to have ads follow you until the end of the conference, unless, guess what happens? If you buy a ticket, where do you buy that ticket? You hit that link or you hit the word conference, get to the link. Once you are a purchaser, you don't see the ads no more, right? So what better way not to see our ads if you don't like seeing them than to purchase your ticket? And then, right, guess what? The ads don't show to you no more, right? So, like, again, I'm just here. I'm just a messenger. I'm just letting you know how the marketing works.
Thank you, Dr. Barry, for letting us know. So yes, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We almost have had 100 new subscribers since we started the series. So thank you all for that. Let's keep that train chugging. So thank you for that. As Dr. Barry said, today is our Marketing Thursday. And if this is your first time watching, we do a theme every day. As some of you may know, we did not do an episode yesterday. It was a very chaotic day on the PR's schedule, so we could not find a time to film. So right now, as you're watching this, it says live, but we have actually pre-recorded this. The only time that we are live for now is on Fridays for our Q&A. So you are watching a pre-record. So today we are going to make up for yesterday's theme, which was community spotlight, person spotlight, and also talk about marketing. And it goes hand in hand because we are going to be spotlighting speakers on our registration page, talking about some of their session titles and workshops, and talking about the marketing of what it means when you type conference in that comment. So where would you like to start, Dr. Berry?
If you want, let's I'm actually very cool with highlighting some of our speakers. You would definitely know what topics they're touching on, but I actually like that idea, especially because that is a very common question we get on a lot of our ads. Not only like, hey, who are the speakers, but more importantly, what are they talking about, right? So like definitely shout out to Deidre from looks like Indiana for purchasing it, right? I like shout out to.
Can we share your screen, Dr. Berry? Or
okay, let me put that there. Let's see if we can share this. Yes, we can. Let's see. Let me know. All right, you should be able to.
Here we go. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on, let me get our.
All right, so we are looking at our 2026 speaker lineup. Marie, you wanna start off because you'll definitely know.
Sure, I will. I will say not everyone is placed on here yet. We are missing Dr. Destiny Huff and her husband, who is also a live speaker, but these are all of our live on stage speakers, and we haven't added our pre-records yet. So that will be fixed shortly. But let's talk about our individuals who we have up there. Some familiar faces, all-star first row line up. We have Dr. Carl and Dr. Sheena, who are back this year. Again, they rocked it on stage last year. There were some powerful moments from individuals in our audience, just seeing their session, which I think was our first session after we opened last year for the conference. So they were our first on stage speakers after me and Barry got off there, and they really set the stage for the entire weekend. So they will be back, and I'm trying to make sure I can get some session titles here. Their session title is Thriving While Black and Autistic, Self-Advocacy, Accommodations, and the Power of Rest. Yeah, I know that's going to be, I can't wait for that. And then we have Cheryl Poe here. If you've been to any of the Autism in Black conferences, you know that Cheryl Poe has spoke at every single one. So she is back, and she is our Saturday closer here. And her session title is Advocacy is a Healing Practice, Rewriting the Special Education Narrative for Black Autistic Families. Great session. Can't wait to hear hers. Cheryl is always dropping gems as well. And actually our AV company was even in the room learning as they were, doing their job, and took some notes from Cheryl's session. So
Cheryl always does, and just she's always been one of the most requested speakers, always holds us down, her energy. And you can just tell the passion that she has for what she does. So shout out to Cheryl.
Exactly. And I may have made a mistake because our middle row is our some of our pre-records.
Oh,
So
nice.
yes, so we have Jamil Owens, and he is going to be talking about the important role that fathers play in the autism community. So, you know that we have our Boys Summit that is happening March 6th through 8th. So,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, you all have gotten your ticket. That is sponsored by the Autism Black Foundation. If not, go to that link scrolling across and get your virtual seat for that. But we also, like we always say, we have our niche summits and then we have our overall conference. And of course, we wouldn't have our overall conference and not have a session that focuses on fathers and Black fathers. So that is our session there. Then we have Leroy Smith, who is going to talk about his session title is My Brother's Keeper, Strengthening Empathy, Co-Regulation, and Boundaries for the Siblings of Neurodivergent Black Boys. That's going to be another good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we noticed in Autism in Black, a gap that we needed to fill was talking about the extended family unit outside of the actual autistic individual and the parents and professionals. We need to engage the extended family unit. It's so important that we bridge that gap. So this is one of the sessions that will be doing that. So,
And I think that's important because quite often the extended family serves such a vital role of support for the parents that, not really kind of shining that light and saying, hey, we see you, we recognize you, was definitely something we wanted to make sure we addressed.
Exactly. Do you want me to go through all the sessions or?
No, I think, and what we'll do, right, because with a lot of the questions we typically get with some of our, on our ads, and just some frequently asked questions is, hey, who's speaking, right? So we've answered that first part, who is the speaking, and then what I'll do is I'll actually update this page, especially when we get our pre-records in, with their topics as well. So not only can you see who's speaking, you'll be able to see what they're speaking on. And you know what? We might even throw a schedule on there to know when they're speaking, right? Especially for those who may be attending virtual. You just want to know, hey, when do I check in? But definitely, because obviously, if you're attending in the place, which you should be attending in the place, you're going to see them all anyways. But if you're attending virtual, you may want to like, oh, I got to make sure I hit up Leroy. I got to make sure I see Cheryl. I got to make sure I see, Dr. Purcell, Dr. Brown. Like, so you may want to like pinpoint. So we'll I think we'll add a little update on our page so you get the topic of discussion, and then we'll throw a schedule on there so everyone's kind of aware of like how it's going down, especially as we get closer to the conference.
Exactly. I do want to say what Heather Mims' session is, because I think this is going to be amazing. It's called Strength in the Spectrum, How to Navigate Through Divorce and Co-Parent. Yes. So
that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
That's a tough conversation. And I think, Marie, you probably know the stats or where some of the stats as far as like how many parents end up not staying together, within the space. So, but obviously when you got a child, right, you still got to take care of your child, right? Like child still got to be taken care of, right? So like, how do you, serve your role as the parent, grandparent, caretaker, but also make sure you're co-parenting like you need to co-parent.
That's going to be a good pre-record. So our middle row is our pre-records. Then we're ending it with more of our, you can scroll up so they can see all of those familiar faces of individuals. We're going to try to have a few of these individuals on one Wednesday. I've reached out to two. Or I have talked to two and they have agreed, so I have to send the emails to get them on. But yes, we will update with the rest of our speakers in our lineup to get everybody on there. Make sure you have a clear delineation of who is speaking live that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and who you are getting as pre-records prior to the conference, so you can start some of that good pre-interview work. Yes.
And anytime I get a chance to show y'all the registration page, when y'all go to the autismblack.org/links or hit that word conference in the comments, you'll know exactly what page you're going to go to, right? So again, this is our page. And I'll update this section here so that it has the current speakers, right? And then schedule, right? We're going to make it very easy for you to decide, I need to be at this conference. If you have not made that decided, we're going to make that easy for you.
Very easy. CE hours will be on there as well. That will be on there by tomorrow. You get at least 13 CE hours, and that's live hours. So whether you are in person here or virtual, you can do CEs, and you just have to make sure that you are on live when those sessions occur to get your CE hour certificate. So yeah, it's 13 hours. That's a lot of hours, y'all, because I can't remember how many we have to do, but 13 is a lot of hours that you don't have to think about, right? And you're getting good, fun, educational learning that will definitely impact your work. So if you are...
And for the business owners or those who work in the school or an organization, once you let them know, like, hey, this conference offers CE hours, you're able to get this thing written off as well, too. And a lot of times that is a good way to get your tickets sponsored by your organization, because we also offer the CE hours. So definitely want to take advantage of it.
Please do. So that will be updated as well for you all, along with the rest of our speakers, session titles, and schedules. So welcome to your 2026 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference speaker lineup. Me and Dr. Berry have yet to decide what we're speaking on. We are formulating that, but just know it's going to be good, as always. If you were in the room or online last year, you know that Dr. Berry started a trend for the whole weekend of what we were doing. We were listening, but not judging. And then he went on to tell a little bit of my business on stage on Saturday, as well, in regard to one of the things I like to do with my money. So we don't know what Dr. Berry will do this year, but if you want to be in on all of the Autism in Black inside jokes, because people who have attended, who attended last year still have that inside joke that they bring up with us anytime they see us. So make sure that you are in the room April 17th through the 19th. Now, to cut to some of that marketing of what we do with those keywords, do you want to talk about that, Dr. Berry?
Yeah, I think it's important. And obviously one of the things, especially we can I think what's important, especially for my content creators out there, right? I know y'all there. Y'all been following, y'all been rocking with us for a long time now. And one thing that I always say, when we first entered the space, we didn't enter the space like the first people doing it, right? We knew we weren't the first people doing it. It was the fact that we just happened to be one of the loudest people doing it, right? We happened to be one of the most active people doing it. And we understand really the importance of having to market yourself and how important that is, right? And we've gotten to the point now where, like, when I'm telling you, like, hey, hit the word, conference and live and all this stuff here, is because we understand that, to make it as easy as possible to get you guys in the seats, right? We have to remove some of these barriers, right? And so one of the things we have, right, if anyone's ever tried to DM me, like, you automatically get a DM message back, right? Because I want you to know that, hey, I'm aware of what's going on. And like, in fact, I think my message says something like, I may be rounding in the hospital, which, in fact, I literally just came from the hospital. Like, in fact, that's why, Maria didn't tell our business, right? That's the reason why we couldn't do yesterday's episode, because I was literally in the hospital and couldn't get to the house. I couldn't get to the house in time to record. So we do a lot of these things, one, to kind of help, ease any questions or concerns, because like I said, Maria gets a lot of questions. She gets a lot of DMs, a lot of questions that if we didn't have a way to kind of sift through it, we would never get to your question. So it's one of those things where we try to make it as automated as possible and as convenient for those who want to learn about Autism in Black, the conferences, the summits, when we do webinars, books, anything that Maria does. We try to make it as easy as possible for you guys, right? So that's why we try to, right, to really drive home the fact that how can we make this simplified process for our community.
Exactly. So anytime you drop conference, you're getting a link to the conference. You drop community, you're getting a link to.
And it'd be so funny because sometimes people just be like, they'll randomly say it, like
randomly
it don't be nothing that we're. And then it just, oh, hey, I see you interested in the community. Hey, those who don't know, you should be in the community. You should definitely be in the community. Dads, right? If in fact, you do dads or FC, like the two letters FC, right? Hey, you about to hear about the Fathers Summit. So we really tried. Oh, no, FS. We tried to hear about the Fathers Summit. Or no, FC is Fathers Corner, right? So I got a couple of them. FS for Fathers Summit, FC for Fathers Corner, right? Like, again, we're going to get you them links. And get that done for you guys.
Exactly. So that is just one of the marketing tips that we use to streamline a lot of our stuff, because like Dr. Berry says, we do get a lot of questions, and sometimes y'all might be sending them at 3 a.m., right? I'm asleep, but we want to make sure that we are, because some of y'all are international, and 3 a.m. here, it may be whatever time over where you're at. So we want to make sure that we are still able to get you the information that you're looking for. So that is one of the ways that we streamline it, and it has been helpful and it's working. So we use a program. I don't know if I'm gonna name the program because they're not sponsoring.
They're not sponsoring us, so we don't have to name it. Just but we use something.
Yeah, we
use something. If y'all want to be named, hit up support@autismblack.org.
Exactly. So yeah, but yeah, that's what we do. But anything else we want to touch on today?
No, I think that's a nice little good refresher, especially for speakers. And like I said, you guys are going to get a nice little speaker refresher update on the page. So very excited about that. We're actually going to be updating the page as well too. So it's going to be depending on when you watch this video, it's going to look different probably in the next few weeks. So like I said, we're very excited for the work. And more importantly, just excited for
area. Yes. We're changing things up, amping things up, because we are truly in the home stretch and we're getting to that 45-day number. So a lot of things are going to be amplified and changed when it comes to marketing.
Conference. Shout out to the conference. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, shout out to the conference, y'all.
Shout out to the conference. So that's it for our Thursday show. Tomorrow we'll be doing our live Q&A. I have started going and sifting and make sure I'm getting all your comments. If you are leaving comments and questions, we will address it on tomorrow's live show. Prior to our live show, we will be sitting on Advocating for Kids platform, talking about our Boys Summit, our second annual Boys, Men, and Fathers Summit that is happening March 6th through the 8th. So yes. Join us on the Advocating for Kids Facebook page. And then after that, hop on the Autism in Black Facebook page, and we're doing our Q&A. So tomorrow, your Friday, you have 2 good shows to get comfortable with, to end your week with, and it's going to be a good time. So,
I love it.
Thank you all for joining us for our Thursday show, our Vision to Venue episode. We appreciate you all. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, we will be live. Make sure you're going to subscribe to that YouTube channel and make sure you get your tickets, because we want to see you April 17th through the 19th here in West Palm Beach, Florida, or virtually from wherever you are, because it's going to be a time, y'all. I'm telling you, we got some things in store. So please get those tickets and join us. Okay, so enjoy your Thursday, and we shall see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.